Welcome to the Michigan Runner Show. Join us each time as we explore the people, the places, and the events that shape our great sport.
This is
Jane Babcock Torres. I ran in, I think I started in 68, maybe, or fall of 67. I ran for a couple years, and then I switched to kayaking and then to rowing as I went on to college.
You went to college where, Jane?
I did a year at the University of Michigan and then 3 years at Cal Berkeley. And it was at Cal Berkeley that they started women's rowing right when I was there. So I got in on the very first team. And we are having our reunion in a couple weeks.
I'm Mary Ann Fahlgren-Mazius, and I think it was about the same time as Jane.
And you were a distance runner?
Kind of a little bit of everything.
Hurdle.
Yeah.
Karen Denchi, broker. I ran like in the late 60s, about 71. I jumped hurdles, cross country.
You could do cross country. Laura and I, we hated it.
I ran in the late 60s. I was kind of a utility person in track and field and cross country. I wasn't first. I was always running behind, Carol and Karen, but I could always bring in the team points, so that was kind of my thing. And we ran nationals in St. Louis about 1970,
Yeah,
something like that.
I think I ran from 66 and I probably ran 4 or 5 years, real seriously. I think by the time I was a sophomore, junior in high school, I started, realizing that there was nothing for me at the college level, so why should I continue? I mean, I had to figure out what I was going to do. There was 2 colleges at the time that had girls track, and my dad wasn't going to pay for it. The Michigan or some Michigan school. So, but I just have so many memories, and I hope that we all have time to share them in the next couple days. As Sarah mentioned St. Louis, I can remember laughing so hard, like that hurt, in the hotel, and just so many things. And driving with Mr. Simmons, all his stories about the play that he had just seen, and he and Betty would reminisce about, that person looks like somebody, and it was just really sweet, especially.
I ran for Michigammes in 74, I think it was, which was probably near the end. I'm one of the few that went on to run for Michigan, or tried to run for Michigan. I ended up injured a lot and spent more time in the training room than I did on the track, so gave it up after a couple of years, but never gave up my love of running, kept running as much as I could till end of 2003. Had to give it up, all the cartilage damage in my knees. I kept getting injured, but now I'm trying to pass on my love of running to my 8-year-old daughter, who is running with the Ann Arbor Track Club now. Keep involved with it as much as I can.
I started in the fall of 69 at Karen and I started just like 2 weeks apart. I don't know who was first.
I actually started in the spring, and then I went to Interlochen, and then came back 2 weeks.
Okay.
Before or after?
We started very close to each other and ran, through some of high school, and then Francie coached me at Ann Arbor around my last year of high school. Ran for Michigan State on the first women's cross country. We didn't have a team, yeah. And I ran on the first cross country team at Michigan State. There were 5 of us, so nobody could get sick. You score, you gotta be there, score. I met my husband there, been married almost 28 years. We have just 5 children. And now my job is, I'm employed, cross country team, but I'm employed by a running store, and I coach runners to half marathon and up, and some walkers too. And we currently are up to 250 people in our program. Wow.
Okay, I'm Linda Frederick, now Flower, and I started in 64 with my twin sister Carol. I'm always in the shadow of 66. I thought it was 4th grade. I was 4th grade. We were 10 years old. I thought, but anyway, enjoyed it right from the start. And Ken Simmons just did an incredible amount of work with us and motivating us.
Well, Lou and Karen, my gosh, what we've done to bring all this together is just amazing. That we're all here, and these are all the little girls that were there. I mean, I just couldn't believe it because I was the only one for a while, and then pretty soon all the little girls started coming, and they're back. I mean, but I have to say, I think having been a coach for 26 years and been through the Title IX wars and all of the growth that we've seen, it's just incredible to me what Coach did to get us started, to believe in ourselves, and to be so independent, and the things you're all doing, the professions you're all pursuing, and the accomplishments, even outside of running, is just awesome. So, congratulations to all of you.
But what was your most memorable moment?
Oh, there's so many, but I guess the opening ceremonies in both Olympics were incredible. The closing ceremonies in Mexico, you were there, were beautiful. It was just, because it was this moment where you looked forward to the next one. Even if you didn't know if you could get there, it just meant the world was going to be there, and it meant so much. That was really special. And maybe, probably at the half mile in that 1,500 meter race, when we didn't know what the pace was, and you don't know in those circumstances. And suddenly we heard German, we heard French, we heard English, and everybody in every language suddenly went, yeah. Because I had trained for that moment. All these 1200s that were killers, where you ran the middle quarter as fast as you possibly could and then hung on. And that's what that was like. And so that was like a 60-second third lap. And it was okay, because I did run 4:12, and it was the second fastest all-American time.